Hi Aries, hi, so good to see you. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, how are you doing? I'm so excited to read for you today, to encourage, elevate, and empower you on your personal and spiritual growth journey. I already received a little bit for you here, which is a fine line. Fulfillment through purpose, that's what came through, and I was like, oh yeah, this is especially when we're talking light worker, light warrior, earth warrior, all those things. Sometimes we can be held to a higher standard than others, so it's a really good idea to not compare your path to anyone else, because it is very individual. It's a very individual thing. I also want to say, and this very much sounds in line with when you're trying to have a spiritual business, which is very different, drastically different from a regular business that you would have, because there are certain avenues and pathways that you can go down and others that you can absolutely not. And if you're really working like with the divine, then you're asked to have a very pure and clear channel. Now this goes for your personal work as well as the work that you're putting out in the world. And this seems to be one of the major topics here of your readings today, my dear Aries, and others watching. So let's have a look into that and see what wants to come through for you. We're using the Lightworkers Oracle to clarify here for you and to see what wants to come through. Let's see. Excuse me. That was not the case before, so there could be something clearing the throat coming up. There's also literally the angels and ancestors wanted to be brought in, and I'm now being drawn to the antlers, so showing up as a leader here, Aries. And they're also making me aware that there's, to every sign there's a shadow aspect as well. And to get to know that shadow aspect, and sometimes Spirit has a way of really amping that up a little bit for us so that we can actually see it and pay attention to the point of discomfort, I want to say, at times, so that we will notice and that we can actually work with it, okay? And shadow is strength. This is your strength, also your defense mechanism. It's very, very necessary. Okay, what do you have for Aries, please, to encourage, elevate, and empower them on their personal... This one, yeah, on spiritual growth journey, totally. This one, yes, this one, yes. Ooh, this one, no. This one, no. More. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. I'll show them to you in a minute. And you have the Hierophant here, Aries. It's almost like it came out a little bit too, not lethargic, but it came out in a almost easy, but it wasn't easy. It was more like of a whoop. How do I describe? Let's roll with it. I have a hard time finding that word, but it felt kind of muddy, like kind of heavier to roll out, no longer having the energy to keep things up the way you used to keep them up, possibly. Yeah, okay, that's why, with the Ten of Wands. Because there's something that you need to leave behind or you have left behind. But this happens in accordance with the amping up of shadow, right? Of sides of yourself that you may not have previously been aware of. So now you being made aware of those. Okay. And it does tie into your work or into what you're doing. So again, they're bringing me back to having a spiritual business. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So that lets me know you've become quite good at what it is that you're doing. You've accumulated quite a few over the past few moon phases, is what they're saying. Interesting. Past few moons. Why does it come to moon? It's moon. Does that mean something? I don't think that means anything. But who knows? So moon cycles, immune, but that's also written differently. That's odd. Okay, so you've accumulated tools here, okay, for yourself and for your work. That's really important that you're now offering and using. You may have been offering and using those for a while now. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? You're on the right path, although at times it may not feel as such, because again, we're having the Hierophant, and then you have the Ten of Wands. But this is 101, the spiritual path here of the Hierophant, the spiritual disciple that is going up a mountain literally and then coming back down again with the knowledge. Not much may have changed like in the outer circumstances, but you internally have accumulated, have gained tools, have gained wisdom about yourself and about your journey. Yeah, totally. I see her this time with a medicine bag, you know, that doctors used to carry. I don't know, they probably still do, and with stuff in it. So accumulating wisdom and tools that are necessary for that very journey that you're then gonna share with others, which is really great. But it did require that journey, and it does require that journey, and we are undergoing that journey again and again in different degrees, right? But it's not just hardship of that journey. That's not what it should be about. It's like a nice balance of the two, of actually enjoying and having fun on that journey too, you know, throwing yourself in life, which can be so amazing. And especially those of you that have had it hard in the past, please trust that your life can change dramatically in ways you may have never thought possible before. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing here for you too, that shift. To some of you, it already has occurred, and you know that you're not just this one thing. You're so many more things, and there are so many more expressions of you, and and so much more to life. Some of you already know that. To others, you're going through your first kind of processes in that direction that will ultimately lead you there. And believe me, it's such a different life when you're living it from that vantage point. For example, overachiever, which Aries can easily be, right? You're the go-getters. So you can easily come from the overachiever thing and think that that defines you, like your work defines you, when it does not, when you define you, not your work, not the external circumstances. Now that in and of itself is an incredible journey, and then not being at home within yourself, that's like ties directly into that journey. And what they're showing me right now is going, and there are several streams, so several things that you may be or may have had to work on in the past or are currently, that can seem like a lot, right? It seems like a lot of things that are all of a sudden opened up, or have all of a sudden been opened up, but they're bringing you back into this one thing, which is, you know, the present moment, and being okay with who you are, being at peace with who you are. So those of you still on that journey, please trust and believe that it, like a funnel, it comes together to this one thing, which is interesting in the future. But it can feel like a lot of doors were opened at the same time, and then but it leads you to this one thing. It's not going to stay 10 things that are open and you're going to continue doing exactly that with that magnitude. No, it starts to focus in and starts to come to this one point for you here, okay? What else? This one, yeah. This one wanted to come in earlier anyways for you, Aries, like the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Really wanted to be here this morning. I was also feeling strong third eye action, strong third eye opening. It's learning, they keep coming through with that topic, it's learning to be comfortable with yourself, like with the present moment, and to be okay with who you are. And again, that can be a learning process to make beautiful art, to make beautiful music. You could have come from the space of, why would I do this? This is a waste of time. I'm only doing things that, you know, that are useful and not things that waste time. And to reframe that whole thinking and being like, no, that's not a waste of time, actually. Like, I'm existing, I'm creating, I'm expressing, which is really beautiful, because the Eight of Pentacles can also be one of overworking, right? What else for Aries, please? What else for Aries? This one, no. This one, yes. Yeah. So you have the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Look at her. How beautiful is she? Really beautiful. So it's like truly unlocking the magic within, like the Hierophant would be. And again, this journey takes strength, it takes courage. And you have all of that, though. You have that readily available within yourself. And that whole path, I want to say, is also making you aware of it. It brings out those things. often through shadow, that you then transmute and transform and make it into something else. She seems so at peace, but so strong. There's tremendous inner strength to be found on that journey, or you've already discovered a lot of it, because I'm seeing her show up very strong, almost like regal, but in a really good sense. Very beautiful and peaceful. So there's definitely balance, like inside. Read this? They said no, not to read it. Another card for them? No. So that is it here for you for your reading on YouTube. I hope this was helpful to you and or insightful in some way. We'll take it over to you extended and see what else we can pull for you. I feel like there's two major players that are yet to be unfolding here. Could be guides for you that have recently shown up, or that will be showing up, because I can definitely see those players. It's almost like from one stage stepping into the next one because of the journey that you've undergone here. It's almost like because you've undergone that journey, because you've discovered your strength inside, and the balance thereof as well is why this leveling up is happening here for you. And that's why almost you need new guides, you need new people in your life, if that makes sense. It's very interesting. Okay, we'll take it over. If you want to join Patreon, it's down below. Please know it's only for this reading. I mean, you do have the unlocking. You're going to unlock like the whole months of whatever, how many readings will be created. Please just know it's not that many right now. But there are over 800 posts and readings and food for thought, workshops over there. So go check it out if you're interested. It's $11.11 a month. And if you want to support, it's just $2 a month. All right. My dears, I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I hope to see you again soon or over on Patreon. Bye.